Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm kind of a new homesteader kind of person. Lived out in the country for years, and then moved to the city, and then thank God it's time to retire, and now I'm actually out in the country. As you can see behind us, we have some really nice trees, and oh my gosh, the apple trees are incredible. Let me down here real quick. The trees, I mean, amazing. Look at how many apples are actually on a branch. I mean, there's hundreds of them. You come out here to this tree here, and they're just everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it's just crazy. So yeah, so we got our cows next door. That's our neighbors over there. Anyway, we have 5 acres here, and this is our second year of having our place. We're not technically living here yet, just because we have to remodel the house. So there was a chimney up there, but I removed that in the fall. So that's all gone. And so right now it's July of 24. And so as you can see, we got a shed here. I redid all the sides except for the front, so I'm gonna concrete the floor in there. I have a barn that's over here. Over there I have a 5,000 square foot barn. We made a nice little garden over here. But the problem that I'm kind of bringing up today is, if you ever use these fan type watering systems, you'll see that these sprinkler heads, you see how you got these things here, you got really nice flow on some of them. And the second one here sucks. The ones in the middle suck. The 2 ends are plugged. And then this one here is plugged as well. And because it doesn't put as much fan out, is because all these things are plugged. Now when these are all empty and they're unplugged, the aeration will actually work great and the thing takes off like a rocket. Okay, but instead I'm only getting half the flow and out of the yard. The problem is that we have a well. Okay, so we'll come back over here, and we have a well, and the well is all fine and dandy. Inside here we have a reverse osmosis system that came with the house, and we haven't done any remodeling yet into the house yet, so as you can see. But it came with a reverse osmosis filtration system in here, and we're not using this because of the house, so this line goes directly to the house. Okay, but all 3 of these lines that are here, this white one here, where basically the house is the only one that's going through filtration. The other 2 lines are going to an RB pad, and the green line actually goes outside. The problem is that we get some little bits of debris or something that comes out of the pump, and it plugs up those little aerated holes. So how do you fix this? Okay, well, there's a couple of ways to do it that I found, and I've been an ASC master technician, so I'm retired now. And so basically what I did was I went down to my local welding supply place, or you can go to Harbor Freight. These are actually oxyacetylene torch cleaning tips. So there's a little file that's on the end of them. Okay, and so basically what you could do, and this is kind of I got to do this where I'm not going to get covered all, but you can basically take the tip and shove it on the end of it, and it cleans it out. So as you can see, it turns out really good. But then you got these. So what I have to do is crimp the hose, take the end off, and then once you crimp the hose and take the end off, now you let go of the hose, and then all of a sudden the water, it doesn't want to come out because it's going out through the side, which is great. And then what you do is you shove this little piece into every single one of these orifices, and all that dirt actually goes through here. Put the cap on, undo the hose, and you're good to go. But how do you prevent it from going again? You know, right now this fan should be about 15 feet high, and we're only about 10 feet high because half of those orifices are plugged. So if you have a well, how are you supposed to fix this? Okay, let's go over to, I'm probably gonna get a little wet, which is fine. It's only water. It's not like I don't take a shower or anything. Let's take a look at this one. Woohoo, we're getting wet now. The wind is blowing from the north, and so we're gonna wait for the sprinkler to go back the other way. Now look at this sprinkler head. This thing is so foobarred. Look at that. Half of them are even working. Half of them are all leaking. And you can sit here all day long and unplug these stupid things but they'll plug back up again because of dirt or debris. And like I said, when all of these are completely open, this thing here will shoot the fan 15 feet high and the thing works fantastic. If you have most of them plugged like this one, it runs really slow, air rate's really bad, and you're not getting the water that you want on your property. So how do you fix that? Well, I figured that we're not going through the filtration system because we don't need to use the reverse osmosis for the field. And so what I did was I came up with a neat little idea. I went to Bi-Mart, which is like, I'd say Costco, but the poor man's Costco, for $5 for a lifetime membership. $5. You can go in there for a lifetime. And the prices are awesome. So this is what I did. So here's the line that comes out of the ground. This is actually a water filtration system for basically a house or an RV or something like that. And what I did was I originally had this with just a faucet coming out, but then that faucet would just shove all the dirt down the hose, and those sprinkler systems, they don't really do anything as far as capturing the fine particles. And they have a little screen, but they can't pick up the fine particles. So I bought this for $30, and I put a 90 into it. I put a nipple. This is a 3/4 inch thread, so I went from a 1/2 to a 3/4 inch. Then I went to a 3/4 inch to a 1/2. Then I put a 90. Then I split it with a T, and then I put it in here. And the reason why these are here is because I wanted 2 faucets, and I don't want to have those little Ys, because you're always flipping one to the other, and you only get the same amount of volume out of one. So imagine taking this line here, this 1/2 inch line, and splitting it. Now you have a 1/4 inch of pressure and a 1/4 inch of pressure. I want a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch, because our pump that we have is 10 gallons per minute. So it's a lot. So this thing here is full flowing right now. So I wanted 2 1/2 inch fittings. We got full flow. Everything's great. There's a putty in here. Don't use that thread tape. I've tried it and it fucking leaks. Excuse my French. But they have this in normal plumber's putty stuff. And it has little pieces of like silicone or something into it, or metal. And when you put it on, it's just kind of like a non-drying glue. And then when you put it in there, it fills all the gaps. I have absolutely 0 leaks. So what I did was I clocked this to go back. Then I clocked these the other way so I could actually mount these brackets in here so this thing is not flopping around. And then I put this on here. So it looks a little cheesy, but originally, like I said, I just had a couple of these goodies here holding this pipe with one faucet, and then I would split it and it would plug up the lines. Well, now that I actually have the water coming through the filter, you can actually see, if you look at all that debris that's in there, the black particles, all these black particles is what's just been running for about 5 minutes, because that's not filtered water from our well. And then plus you can see the water flowing. It's great. You can see the air bubbles coming around and floating around. We'll come back on the back side over here, and with a little bit better lighting here, you can see all those black particles. All that would be stuck into those nozzles in about 2 minutes. Okay, then you'd have to go back out there and unplug them again, then unplug them again, then unplug them again. If you put a filtration system on like this, and then come out here, you can run a 90 here, and you could put a line into it, just one, but I like doubles, because I can basically come over here and do the front yard. So I can do that sprinkler out there, can do this half of the yard. This sprinkler here can do the rest of the yard. The problem is that because this is before, these aerated deals are before I put the filter on. I just wanted to show you guys what this thing would do with this, without the filter onto it. So that's what I did here. That took me maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to hook it all together in the barn. Got it all clocked and everything. And all I had to do is take off the one fitting like this off of here. So I undid these screws, backed off the fitting, and then I put the 90 in, and then I screwed this whole contraption into it, snugged it around real tight. That's it. Cut the pieces of wood, put the filter on. You could probably get a better filter mounting system, you know, a little bit better than what I've got. It's just that I wanted to get this thing done because it's like 90 degrees out here. And I just didn't feel like dinking with it. And I'm the only one working the hose besides my wife. And so let's come back over here to the garden. Well, the same thing in order to use that aerated sprinkler system, so we got the fan. So as you can see, the little fan that's right there, that thing was getting plugged, and we could never get this whole covered full of water from one side to the other. And once I put the filtration system into it with the same thing over here, we actually have a timer on it. So we got a timer on one side. We have, so this is the sprinkler that goes out to the fan. This is the one that we just come out here, which just has a regular garden hose, because we take our little Ranger out there, we fill that out, and we have some gardening stuff on the side of the barn and stuff. So we just drive around that and we dump 5-gallon buckets and stuff like that on our plants. So this is an idea for a filtration system for you, so that way your fan style sprinkler systems won't get plugged. Now this filter here has been on for a week, and you can see all of the debris. The filter is no longer white just because of the microfine filter pieces that are in there. I can see that the water is dribbling just a little bit, which means my wife's probably out there sprinkling a little bit, or the hose is on or something. But yeah, if you want to do your garden, just set the timer in here. We do it twice a week, and then this thing just turns on and does it, so we don't have to be here. Does it at night, so at least the plants can absorb it before the sun comes out. And then on the winter time, I just take this cap off right here, and I can actually take the filter, drain it, unplug that, and then the whole system's all ready to go for being winterized. So I don't have to worry about the lines, the lines breaking. And then I'll go on the inside of the pump house and I'll shut the water off. So that's basically what I've done to prevent these things from plugging up. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go out there and turn off my cell phone and do what I was going to do, and crimp the, pinch the line, clean all the goodies out, and put it back in, and those suckers will go 15 to 20 feet high and do the whole yard, and I don't have to worry about those things ever plugging again. And the filters are only $6, so you could probably get a couple of months out of it, and it'd be microfine cleaned, and all of the stuff, all the debris is no longer going to go in there. And it's better for also our pets, because we actually use the water, the non-filtered water for our dog, and he doesn't have to drink all the micro particles of dirt and stuff like that. So that's my barn. Anyways, so it's an idea of what to do for your yard, so you don't have to figure out how in the heck am I supposed to take these fan type sprinklers and stop them from plugging. So that's just an idea for you. I'll continue some more videos out there and let you guys know some little tricks and secrets that I found out just by experience and things like that. So you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you later. Okay, bye-bye.